happy Thursday. We got Brood, we got Galaxy. How are y'all doing? Ugh. I myself am pretty tired. But there is no time to rest right now. There are mysteries afoot. We are running out of time here. One second. Multitasking. Writing my Italian pasta. Very good. Very good. One second here. Oh, okay. All right. God, where do we start? I was trying so hard yesterday to not miss the talk with, what's his face? Rory. However, I thought we had to get there before 3:30, and it is in fact 3:10 that the cutoff is for the talks. So that's my bad. But that does give us a little bit more time to run around and look at stuff. Britt and I were talking about where we should head next yesterday. And I remember nothing of what we decided. So, things that we did find out yesterday is that we will get access to the actual Blake residence, but we have to go to the silent dinner first because that's where we will get the key. As you recall, the silent dinner begins at 8, the seance begins at 9, so we will not have much time to snoop around. That will be our one and only chance to speak to Walter. So, yeah, no pressure. Sorry, there's cat hair all over my face. Ugh. We have ruled out quite a few people here. We can probably take Mantovani off the list, but I don't want to just yet. So, remaining suspects, including her, are, Father Lorcan over here. Miss McLeod. William and, Mr. Coventry here. So, we know 8 of 9 facts about the culprit. We still have quite a few many people to, dissuade from attending the, seance. We're just gonna let those do the thing. Okay. Motivation for the seance. Well, he's explicitly told us that many times. So who else? Okay. Mrs. Shum is not going to the seance. Miss Joyce is not going to the seance. Or rather, she is. But we solved her hang-ups about it, I guess. / murderous intent. We resolved Mantovani's thing. We still need to figure out what's going on with, Mr. O'Mara here. We are not allowed to profile him yet. I guess we still don't really know what he's doing here. Except we know he's really into angels, so he's got soul jars and he's trying to trap his angel, but... I guess I need to go talk to him about it. He's taking laudanum for his injury. We've already asked him about the soul jars. We've asked him about the Enochian magic. We got his lockbox open, which unlocked his journal. Okay. So yeah, not entirely sure how to progress there, because I think we've asked him about everything already. Miss Quinn! We need to find a body of water. I guess to progress her thing. We need to figure out, Dara's thing here. I guess I need to ask him about his relationship with What's-Her-Face. Mr. O'Finn has gone missing. We've already done his thing. We still need to find more components to help bless the well. So I'm not sure where we're gonna get those. Miss Erickson's clear. She's not going to the seance. We still need some info on Barbosa. We're trying to find her father's real name. Retrieving the telegram. She's looking to find the name of someone local. I don't know where we're going to find that. You would think... I don't know. I don't know if that would be in the library or what. We still don't really know anything about Miss McLeod here. We need to get into her room. We don't have the key for that yet, because that is in the safe. In Dara's, stables there. Galaxy's having story time here. Okay, it was likely a muscle spasm. Alright. Well, hey, that's really good news. You had no nerve damage or anything. That's... that's fantastic news. At this point, it just needs time to heal. I sure hope so. Yeah, hopefully it should be releasing a little bit. So you're either just dealing with residual soreness or it's still tensed up a little bit. But yeah, either way, that should go away with a little bit more time. Yeah, for me, I just decided one day that I needed to move and I wasn't gonna try to just, you know, gingerly do it. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do the thing I need to do. And then my back just popped really loudly and then everything just, like, released. And I was like, oh my god. Of course, I was still sore for a couple days after that, but, you know, it eventually, was gone, but... Anyway, yes. Glad that it's feeling much better. Alright, let's see. Went straight to the LGS for our last practice evening for the tournament. And only then I returned home. I gotcha. Guys weren't happy. Different deck, mono green. Oh no. Won 2 games. One on the third turn, one on the second. Went home before somebody had a chance to hurl a table at my head. So you can say my practice went well. Mostly factor of surprise. Nobody knows how the heck this deck wins, but during the tournament, people will figure out. Oh, okay. I expect no less from you. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that'll be fun. When is the tournament? Is it tomorrow or is it Saturday? I don't remember. I know you've told me. I remember Brood used to do some real annoying stuff with his, what was it? Green and black deck. But I remember, oh, there was one green in particular that it kept spawning like 1/1 Elven Scouts or something like that. And I remember a few times you pulled that and you just got to keep putting out more and more, like, I don't remember what it was. That was years ago. On Sunday, I'll be at the tournament place. Saturday and Sunday. Ah, very good. Alright. Let's see, where were we? We still need to convince him not to do the seance. Red-green token deck that just overwhelmed with numbers. That's what it was. Alright. We have healed Mr. Dupre's things. We still need to figure out how to convince Lorcan here to not go. Yeah, I remember you kept shooting yourself in the foot with your black deck thing. He's too lazy to do it himself, and I'm getting a 10% cut. Hey, that ain't bad. Yeah. And then he started playing with artifact decks, and I was like, what am I gonna do with that? We still need to figure out what's going on at Scarred here. We need to get something of Mr. Darcy's to exorcise him from Miss Darcy. We need to get Rory to prove himself somehow. We don't know what's going on with Miss Murphy. Doyle, we've already finished his thing. He's good. Coventry's got some shadiness going on about him. We need to figure out Victoria's hang-ups as well. We know she has something to do with the basement key in the cellar. By cellar, I mean dungeon. But what I really mean is the catacombs. But we don't know how to get her to that point. Varley's got something going on as well, and of course we've never had any interaction with Blake. We need to go into Varley's quarters here. You know what? Since we have a ton of time, let's run around in the dungeon. Why do I keep calling it a dungeon? I actually mean the basement this time. What are some other things I can ask Blake about? We need to drain our margarita machine a little bit more. I don't think asking him about this stuff is really gonna do anything. Yeah, let's just go back into the basement, because we can run in there without anybody hassling us now. Staff only. Oh, I can't go in there. Alright, fine. Once again, I have to remember how to, get places. Alright, here we go. Maybe traveling again next week. Suddenly several things to buy for my parents popped up. That's next week. Alright, sounds good. After that, I'm done till New Year. Yeah, we were gonna have a little more travel coming up. Probably would have been in, you know, like the next weekend or so, except, some current events have, caused flying to not be a good idea, so we won't be doing that until such things are resolved. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. Did I miss some news? Okay, I'll give you the TLDR on this. The government is currently in shutdown mode because the Republicans and Democrats cannot agree on the budget for the upcoming, Ew. What the hell? Petra? She has been clawing at this thing. Bad baby. Anyway. Yeah, so basically what the Republicans want is to get rid of healthcare for a whole bunch of people. Particularly the less fortunate. And the Democrats are like, no, we're not gonna let you do that. And so, because of the Democrats saying, hey, we're not gonna let you do that, the government has entered shutdown, which cuts down all non-essential services, right? That's what it's supposed to be doing. So, you know, obviously, we don't want to just take stuff away from people. That's awful. Rather than saying, okay, let's come to a compromise then, the Republicans are just like, well, sucks to suck. They don't care. Why would you help the less fortunate? That's not something that we do. So, yeah, rather than try to, walk back what they want and come up with, something that will work a little bit better and, you know, be slightly less, horrendous to people, they're just being stubborn and, you know, not budging whatsoever. So, of course, the Democrats aren't either. And what's happening is that, you know, the, bunch of government employees, as well as our, armed forces and all of that. Well, that's not true. The armed forces are still being paid. Sorry, I got confused because that's the argument. Anyway, airport employees are not being paid. And so, they're like, screw this, and they're not showing up to work. And, air traffic controllers and all of that stuff, you know. And I don't blame them. Frankly, I'm not gonna show up to work if I'm not getting paid. And, you know, yeah, in the meantime, we're giving billions to, Argentina, because, somebody likes Argentina as president. But I digress. So, yeah. The few air traffic controllers that are still showing up to work are extremely overworked, and it's not safe to fly right now, and everything's getting super backed up. And it's just a stupid, completely avoidable situation. Just, hey, can y'all not be monsters for 1 minute? And the answer, of course, was no, so now everyone is suffering for it. But yeah, that's it. I need to go down this way. So yeah, we need to go back in the women's dorm. Which, this lady here snuck up on us here while we were, going through her room. Which ended up being okay, because she's the one who hired us in the first place, but... Excuse me, I would like to get out of here. Okay. I was really worried I got stuck on her for a minute. Yep. Nothing notable in here. And so the spin is that it's the Democrats' fault because they need a vote of what, like 60 people in order to open the government back up, and that there are only 53 Republicans. So, you know, their hands are tied. They can't do anything. We couldn't possibly you know, decide to not take healthcare away from humans. Citizens, for that matter. No. It's out of our hands. It's the Democrats' fault. And the big reason that they want to cut this is that, you know, it's going to the illegals. It's not. You have to register for all of these things and jump through hoops upon hoops upon hoops. And wait a long time just to start seeing any of these benefits, even, you know, assuming you are approved anyway. Anyway. Anyway, it's a whole stupid situation. And the narrative is just getting so incredibly spun, and people here are so just freaking brain dead and brainwashed that... It's just... Well, Galaxy, I will tell you that ours is in no hurry to try to do anything like that. Because he is basically a lapdog. Yep. Alright, office... Sorsha letter. Signed by Mr. Varley. Okay. Have to close this so that I can get in here. Close and a baby rattle. Rattle for an infant. Yes. Hypothesis unlocked. Okay. No, we needed to see the rattles so that we could determine that there was a baby and not the crib that says Murphy on it. Alright. Anyway, scrap paper. Paper stained with cooking ingredients. And hey, here are the last symbols we needed to open the box yesterday, but we did it. The little writing there is hard to understand, and I can only make out a few words. Baby, money, and what I think reads remember. Baby money! I'm trying to figure out the, what it says underneath there. Anyway. Ready? Check these. I don't remember. I was ranting about the current state of things. Stupid state of things. Alright. Something like that should have been done decades ago, if you ask me. See, that would have been smart and helpful. We don't do those things. Anyway, Sorsa Murphy's goal is to cook with baby. Let's see. Talk with Father Sinot to learn about her child now that Ms. Dean can't help. I know what happened here.
Miss Murphy is looking for a means to learn her
Cook
child
with
is
baby,
okay.
that's right.
Miss Dean was teaching her magic to that end. But now that she is missing, Miss Murphy is turning to the priest for help. I should find and confront her about this.
Okay, now we can confront her. Where is she? Let's go do that right meow, if we can. Okay, she's still just standing in the ballroom. That's fine. Yeah, so in order to come up with the, motives that these people have, you look at the clues, and then it's like, okay, we have these nouns and verbs available. Let's go. Zest of baby. I am looking for the ballroom. I need to go into the atrium. Ballroom is here. Let me come yell at you about your baby. I know the secrets. Confront!
Sir?
Your goal is to talk with Father Sinot to learn about your child now that Miss Dean can't help.
You... But how did you...
I'm the world's greatest detective, Miss Murphy.
Oh, Lord. You know. You know about my little girl. You know I was learning magic so I could see her. You... Oh, Mrs. Joyce was right, wasn't she? Oh, when she found out, she...
Miss, it's all right. You're not in any trouble. Not at all. Miss Dean was teaching you, wasn't she?
I thought we were doing so well. And then she just left. I can't do anything without her.
So yeah, Galaxy, you're going to be horribly lost in this game, because we're actually getting close to the end here. But the overall plot is that we're going to this hotel that used to be a, well, it's taking place on this big family manor. This place is haunted as all hell. Anyway, there's going to be a grand seance happening at 9 o'clock on this day. And we are pretty much snooping around and learning as much as we can about everyone because one of the guests has gone missing. And we were brought here to investigate where she went and what happened. And then our secondary goal seems to be to stop the seance from happening, or at least stop some massive calamity that's going to happen at the seance. So, yeah. And it is just chock full of Irish and Celtic words that I have no idea how to pronounce. It is also riddled with, grammatical errors and such, just typos. I'm going to assume the vast majority of them are typos. But the game itself is extremely interesting. It's very cool. We do have some gripes about the way that the logic works, but in many of the situations, it has to work this way for a video game to do this. But I mean, it's a really, really good game. It just needs a couple more passes through the dialogue and some of that. Some of the voice lines are not voiced for whatever reason, even though they should be. A couple of them got skipped for some reason. I think either, the link to the sound file got broken or something, or they just forgot to put it in. Little things like that, which is fun to think about. Having the little bits of coding experience that we've got, but I do still have that wish listed. We'll play that one of these years. See if it goes on sale again for the Steam Winter Sale.
With her gone, I thought Father Sinnott might know something about my daughter. Or he might know someone who does, but I can't ask. I've tried. I can't make myself do it. I can't say the words. What if he says no? I don't know what I'd do then. I just want to know she's all right.
If you'd like, I can ask him for you.
You would do that? You have no idea what that would mean to me.
I can certainly see about it, miss.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, sir. Here, in case this helps, a picture of my girl. Thank you.
Another very small thing that's just, again, a polished thing, is that sometimes the characters' lips don't move while they're doing a voice line.
Please, don't lose it, sir.
It's not all of them, though.
That's all I really have of her.
I won't. I promise.
Okay, now, where is Sinnott? More thing I want to mention before we close the topic of politics. Yeah, sure. The one big thing is that, the conservatives don't like him. Second big thing is everybody thinks he's a communist, or is calling him one. I myself have not looked into him too much, honestly. So I can't say either way if he actually is or not. But... all I know about him is that he is a young progressive, and that makes Twitter very angry. That's what they want you to think, Galaxy. And Anywho, we are looking for, Father Sinnott. He's in the library right now. Let's roll. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Hey, look at you in a place that you're allowed to be in and not being creepy down in the catacombs. Oh yeah, this guy's a Freemason, by the way. So that's fun. He can't talk about it with us normies, though. Oh, you're over here, too. What are you looking at? Geography. Okay.
Yes, my child.
Alright, let's discuss things. Photograph of the Murphy child. Father, I was wondering if I might ask something of you. Oh yeah, you've missed me stumbling over words horrendously because my eyes cannot do this font. I do better when it's in italics, but for whatever reason, I am just tripping over this so hard, so, well, I say missing. You've been, what do I want to say? Spared from, watching me stumble over all this. Though if you want to watch the VODs of this game, then, well, buckle up. I couldn't tell you without knowing what it is you'd ask of me. The cook, Miss Murphy, has a little girl who was taken into custody by a Magdalene Laundry shortly after her birth. She's anxious for news of her. I said I would ask on her behalf. There is so much suffering in this life, is there not? Why is it that God allows a child to be taken from her mother? Is that bond not God's plan? Is it not sacred? This guy is not your typical Catholic priest, by the way. Though he does still, he was still in charge of the Catholic service, which was interesting. What agents of the divine are we that we would do something so vile? Are we agents of the divine at all? Catholic Neo. That's the thing, I was stumbling over the normal words. I knew better than to give myself any hope that I'd know how to say any of those Celtic ones. We knew that was gonna be a train wreck from the first word. What you ask is outside of my power or influence, at least as you would ask it. I would end her suffering, all suffering, in my own way. But that is of no use to her here. Is of no use to her here now. No, I'm sorry to say that she will not see that child again by conventional means, Mr. Ward. Oh my god, is the kid dead? But we are surrounded by unconventional people, are we not? Maybe one of them has a way to see what cannot normally be seen. Now go with God and help that poor girl. Okay, maybe she's not dead.
I'll take my go with.
Okay, we can talk to her about well scrying. Do I need to go back to her, or do I need to go to Via? Looks like we need to go to Fia. You guys think we can expect something for this year's In 7 Day? Because the Mass Effect community is pretty hyped. What did they even do last year? I don't think they did anything, did they? Because we got the teaser 2 years ago? Maybe another teaser. But I don't know. With the way things have been shaken up so hard at EA... It's hard for me to be optimistic, Galaxy. BioWare may be dead, like dead. Because of this EA sale. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe we'll have a little bit of something, but I highly doubt it. But I know that a lot of the cast is getting together and doing some kind of stream autograph event thing. But they do that every year, so... We were going to go see Fia, who is in the hedge maze still. Which I can access by going through this way. I have to plan out my steps logically so that I can then try to remember the map. We're getting there. I was trying to do all of that in my head so I didn't have to say it out loud, but it was just not going. "3:30 p.m. by the way. Why is it so dark? It's also very unpleasantly surprised to see Jenna Hale's post that if they contacted her, she'd accept the offer in a heartbeat, meaning they don't even think of Shepard. Yep. Yep. Oh god, where was the well? We're just gonna run around till we find it. Oh, we found it. Why is this closed up right now? And where's Fia? Oh, she's at the talk. We still don't have enough ingredients to do this. Oh, Jesus! Okay, that summoned her here. Okay. That's actually very good.
Do you think you'd be able to lead Miss Murphy in well scrying? It would do her good to see her daughter. But the Magdalen Laundry that took her child, they won't share any information.
I can think of no better cause. You tell Miss Murphy I'm ready whenever she is. And to meet me at the well. There you are. Come here now. Have you done this before, Alanov?
That's pronounced Lanov. Yeah, exactly. They're just gonna slightly change all the things.
No, miss. I've never... I didn't know it would really work. Does it?
Oh, fudge, I looked up what the laundry thing is. Magdalene laundries were institutions in the 18th to 20th centuries, originally Protestant and later mostly Roman Catholic. That's interesting. That housed women labeled as fallen. These asylums often forced inmates to perform labor, primarily in laundries, to remain self-supporting. Oh, good.
It most certainly does. Come here and stand beside me.
Oh, good.
You'll want to look into the well and try and get your thoughts calm. Take all the time you need. Deep breaths. There. Now, I want you to think about your daughter. Do your best to picture her in your mind.
Don't mind the animal bones.
Look at that. There you go.
Okay, she's not dead. That's good.
That's her?
My God.
Yes, 20th century. Mm-hmm.
She has your eyes, does she not? She looks all right. Oh, she looks well. Oh, I was so worried.
That bit of fuzz that I got off of this while I was talking, is just blowing across my desk now, and I keep seeing movement and thinking it's a bug. Just put that in there. Okay. The last one closed in 1996? Oh my god! It's not a bug, it's the feature, yes. 19... Ah. Jesus, Varley. God.
I hope you'll get to see her again someday. But until then, I can show you how to do this for yourself too, you know.
Why would they animate it like that, right?
You... Really? I've no words. That'd be... Thank you. So much.
So is it actually their kid together, or was he just looking out for her? Because they're really making it seem like that was their kid.
It's no trouble at all, sweetheart.
And I don't know if I'm just trying to connect something that's not there or what. To love that child so much, she'd scarcely met her before they were separated. Separated in God's name. Did the Lord not die for our sins? Okay. Our character is Catholic, by the way.
It doesn't ease the hurt in my heart to see her. But it does with the guilt. I didn't know how heavy that was sitting on my soul. Now that I know she's okay, I think I can rest.
Why don't you take some time, Miss Murphy, and rest? I think we can handle the seance without you.
If you're sure, sir, I do feel weary from all this.
Alright, Miss Murphy will no longer be attending the seance. We would like to subtract 1 margarita from the pool. She was able to use well scrying to see her child and will continue her studies in magic under Miss Callahan. Hey. Alright. Wonder if I gather enough facts to eliminate any suspects. I should check my notes. No, we already had the staff ruled out. Okay. Well, while Varley is here... we still need to snoop around in his office. We don't need Miss Joyce for anything. Miss Murphy's daughter is not the culprit, yeah.
Ah,
We still need to find more ingredients to do the well thing.
you take care now, Declan.
Ah! Ah, dead end. Okay. The nice thing about this hedge maze is you can just wander around aimlessly and still get out. Alright, what else can we do? Miss Darcy's still standing there. I need to get that locket back from Coventry. I need to ask Coventry about a lot of things. Namely, why does he have a painting of Miss Dean? No mementos of his dead wife. And, why is he leaving his will to, Walter Blake here? Surely you're not in- ah, crap. Okay, he'll be in the garden at 4. Miss Lau's apparently not on the map, or just somewhere I don't know. We can go down in the manager's office. Lake residence. Right, the door's inside. Ah! Walk past it. I like how it still gives us the sneaky music, even though we are totally not being sneaky anymore. Alright, women's dorm. Servants' hall. Yo. Wait, is this just where we had the meeting? Yeah. Doyle, get out of here. Okay. Why are you just standing there? Are you still dazed or what are we doing? Wine cellar. Let's go. Oh. Hi. Why do you have all the wine in prison? Alright, so we did find a clue yesterday that was something about the wine. I don't want to look at all these just yet. Can look at those. There's a logbook. Let's look at that. Logbook of inventory and which chests have been opened and when. Okay, that was not worth spending time on. Here we go. What do we have here? Bastardo. Night. Um. Hey. 1787 Apostle Wine. And then the Chateau Margaux. I have to take a screenshot of this because it's a meme. Hang on. The screenshot had my Steam thing over it. Get... There we go. This game's style reminds me of Borderlands so much. I guess everyone who played it had the same thought. Borderlands a little bit, but more so, the lions are a little bit too clean for Borderlands, I think. That's me. It looks very much like Blueprints. But yeah, the cell shading is definitely, definitely reminiscent of, Borderlands there. What's the combo for this, I wonder? $17.87. Maybe I got the combination wrong? Okay. Oh, but it was written backwards, wasn't it? Okay. I got it. So it's 7, 8, 7, 1. Okay. Alright, let's look at these notes here. List of places in the manor all struck off. Somebody looking for something? That just says red wine on it. There's a key though. Small enough to go unmissed, one would hope. The label says manager's quarters. Good, because that's where I wanted to head, and you see that? Is that normal? Is that ghosts? I'm not allowed to walk in here anymore, so I guess that's everything I need from here. Miss Joyce is just like, oh yeah, that'll happen. Alright, manager's quarters. That's how you tell the wine isn't ready. Okay, bed frame, suitcase. Alright. Why is the clock red like that? Jesus. Alright, a little sink. Is Grandpa's bed from Stardew? Yeah, there's occasional objects that are just bright red. There's nothing significant about them. Okay. 37, 22, 34. Thank you. Look in the trunk. Blankets. Okay. Books. From cooking to housekeeping to an almanac from 10 years ago. Quite the collection, to be sure, but there's nothing that stands out to me as useful here. I think it was 34. There's this research. A collection of notes on guest movements and interactions, mostly focused on Ms. Dean. Where did she go is written alongside them. Seems like Mr. Varley doesn't believe she left in the middle of the night after all. That seems like everything. Okay. Look at it again. 34. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. I know he said that looked like everything, but... Nothing here. Nothing in it but dust and an old pencil. Take the pencil! Something in the bin. Torn piece of paper. I can see a sequence of symbols on it, but some are blotted out by spilt ink. Okay, so this is how you would get the last symbol. We did that way out of order because we, The writing says, so where can we get the money to keep going? Why can't I remember and protect the poor lass? Lass? What lass? Where did my mind go? Hey, we didn't brute force it, we big-brained it. There's another trunk up there, but it's not gonna have anything in it, probably. Alright, well we know where that goes, so let's... Is there anywhere else here? Oh, we have question marks here. We've been in every room here. These are just things to look at? Hang on. Because, yeah, that's where the bench is with the... It's not. Why is there question marks here? Okay. There's another one further down. Where was it? I walked past it. I don't know. Anyway. Wait, West Tower, that's not where I want to be. That's fine. We can work with that. Oh, this is very much not where I wanted to be. It's fine. It's fine. I'm back in the atrium. I need to be on this side of the house. And we need to go to the stables. Okay, now here's the fun part. Does the safe actually turn the proper way? Hey, I can ask you about something real quick.
Mr. Ward,
Let's ask about the relationship. You knew Miss McLeod before this event. I, Mr. Ward, I did, from a previous posting. I worked for her family. Known her since she was a bairn. She's like a daughter to me. I've always done my best to look after her when others couldn't. Okay, that doesn't help me.
Right, yeah.
Anyway. I'm gonna open your safe. What's the code for this? I'll need to turn the dial left for the first number, right? The second... Right for the second, and left again for the third. Okay, so what's it... What is it counting as left or right here? So am I going to do it backwards? Oh, okay. I would assume that the arrows are, Oh my god, pain in the ass. Okay, 37. $22. 34. Silly me thinking left meant left and right meant right. Silly me. 37. It's exactly what I'm talking about. 22. Right. God. So mad. $34. What did I do wrong? Was there a safe in Varley's office? Ah! That would make more sense that it's a safe in Varley's office rather than it being that one. Okay. That was just the only safe I could think of, and I was like, okay, yeah, we put it in here. That doesn't make sense that it would be in there, but whatever. Yeah, we'll go in here. Is Varley actually in his office right now? Can we not just ask him to open the safe?
Sir, I've told you before that this area is for staff only.
You know that I'm investigating, and you're
Leave
supposed to be
and do
cool.
not come back here. Otherwise, there will be repercussions. If you need assistance, you can ring the bell in the lobby.
Okay. I will put you out at the desk. And then I'm gonna go in your office where you can watch me. Go into your office.
May I be of service, Mr. Ward?
No, I just needed you out here so I can fiddle around in your stuff. No, actually, screw off with that. You're supposed to stay here. Okay. I still have business with you. What else can we ask her about, though? Alright, well, there goes that. Oh, I can just ask him about it. Get back out here, Varley.
May I be of service, Mr. Ward?
Why is this not counted as evidence? Or documents that I could ask him about. Why can I not ask him about that? Once again, we had the meeting with the staff and established that I am here to snoop.
I need nothing.
Certainly.
And they're supposed to help me snoop, and they're not doing it. Gah! Okay. Do I have anything to do with Barbosa right now? We need to learn her father's real name. I don't know how the hell we're gonna do that. We have 16 minutes until we need to move on to some new people. Oh, we need to talk to, Father What's-His-Face about Doyle saying he's done. We can do that. Alright.
Yes, my child.
Priest Ferratu, yeah. Oh, he doesn't have eyes anymore. I've spoken with Mr. Doyle. Oh? I know you two are working on something here at the Manor, but he's decided to remove himself from the task. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Epic Online Services Installer. Yes, sure. Okay, I did not need that right now. That was me. That is not the message from Mr. Doyle, by the way. I see. I suspected as much. I knew him, you know. I married his parents and baptized him as a baby. He was a good boy, a devout boy. I asked him to help with some church business, but I did not know what this place would do to him. He has changed, lost. I see that now, and I accept that... I did that to him by sending him here. I understand and respect his need to be free. Mr. Doyle works for Epic now, that's right. You're married to his parents? Hopefully he'll return in time on his own terms. And your task? I will try to carry on alone, I suppose. Humanity will not save itself, and Jesus had no company up on his cross. I mean, he was baptized with at least 2 other people. But... okay. We shall see. Oh, good. Let's hypothesize here. Yeah, exactly. There were 2 other guys. They were shooting insults at him the entire time. The party literally killed someone. 2 someones! Alright. Father's goal is to... Doom. There's help. Himself. Okay. We're gonna say save himself by... freeing an Aeon from the himself. Black Iron Prison. That can't be it. Alright, his goal is to save... I mean, that makes sense. What the... Even though the Black Iron Prison is supposed to be, you know, here, so... Doom himself by freeing an Aeon. That doesn't make any sense. Save humanity? I don't know. Alright, Brood wins. I don't know, that seems pretty self-centered of a task there, but...
Father Sinnott believes he can save humanity here. I should find and confront him about this.
Well, we found him.
Yes, my child.
You kind of blanked out for a while there, are you okay? Your goal is to save humanity by freeing an Aeon from the Black Iron Prison!
If you have worked all that out, then you understand, yes?
The other funny thing about this game, Galaxy, is when you do the hypothesis thing, it's basically you've collected enough pieces of evidence to discover, you know, their true reason for being here, right? Except that in many of these cases, it's exactly what they've told you many, many, many times each time you ask them about a certain, like, piece of evidence. And so every time you go to confront them about these things, it's like, oh, you're here to do this! Like it was some big mystery. And so Brood and Nora are always like, yes, that's what we said from the get-go. We weren't trying to hide that. Yeah. Like, the Irish woman we were talking to who is standing by the well. Her whole deal is that she's trying to bless the well to save the land from what's going to happen after the seance. And she told us that explicitly. But we had to go find a bunch of clues and go back and be like, oh, you're doing this thing! Just... And so, yeah, I like to think that the other people here just kind of go, whenever you make a big accusation, and they're just like, just let him do his thing. His brother died in a fire. Just let him feel important here, okay? Anyway, if you have worked all that out, then you understand, yes?
I believe I do.
You know what lies deep beneath this complex, and what needs to be done.
Scooby-Doo has more mystery, frankly.
Good, good. For the mind is willing, but the body is weak. I was unsure I could do this alone. But no, we cannot discuss this here. Come to my room.
He has a gun in his room, by the way. Or rather, he has a gun on him. He has the box in his room.
I have no idea how an Aeon came to be trapped under this complex, but nothing else explains all the strange behavior here.
It's ghosts!
Ghosts? What are ghosts? A breaking of the fundamental rules of the universe. Time marches on, entropy moves forward, life becomes death.
That's funny, I didn't know he was gonna go off about ghosts right there.
But here, it is riddled with ghosts and other aberrations. Why? Because the Aeon's presence warps reality around it. Think, child. It is a being of pure creation, absolute power.
I hope this next frame that shows up here is a picture of our character. This is us, by the way. He looks totally like a vampire.
Why then can't it leave? Why indeed? It must be trapped. Trapped like us in the Black Iron Prison. Perhaps by the Demiurge itself. Whatever the reason, we must free it. And I know how.
Oh.
Many good believers died to help me bring this magic up from the cold, dark depths of the Eisressenfeld caverns. The night I read about the caverns' discovery, caverns of ice found so out of place in Austria, I had a fever dream. Miles inside its interior, I saw an altar of ice. The answer, I knew, was there.
Yeah, he's gonna have some kind of crazy seal branded in himself here.
We left at once, but it took months of digging, climbing, and searching to find the frozen shrine, buried far beyond what von Postlet-Zorich had discovered of the caves. It was not so grand now, having melted after who knows how long, but there I found it.
Was it the Lich King?
Behold!
Oh no.
The Aeon Killing Sigil!
Thank you, Declan. Eloquent as always.
Worry not, child. I see the look in your eye. The fear of killing such a being.
That might need to be. Please clip it. I'll yeah, I'll grab it.
But you can only kill its mortal shell, that which is used to anchor it to this place.
Mortal shell. I heard the combat was clunky though.
In truth, all you will do is set it free. And once freed, it will return to Monad and tell them of this place, this realm of rotten debauchery. Once the true God knows of us and our plight in this prison, and of our dedication and kindness in freeing its Aeon, it will come. It will save us.
Yeah, that's normally what happens in those situations.
And we will be free.
Why are you telling me this? Showing me this?
I am not sure I have much left in me. At all.
We know, honey. You look like you escaped from a grave.
And now, Seamus is gone. You know of the Aeon, the prison, our condemnation here, and now you have the sigil. Perhaps you can succeed where Seamus and I have failed. Go, child. Find the Aeon and free it. Free us all. Now, if you could excuse me, I am so tired. I do not think I have this evening's seance in me.
Hey. About a margarita. Father Synod has passed the Aeon Killing Sigil and all that it represents on to me. This is like the party meter. Alright, so we've got just under half the people here saved. The world can certainly be a callous place, but a prison is a bit of a stretch. That sigil, though, Father Synod seems convinced it was designed to kill an Aeon. Yet it looks so similar to those I found throughout this house. I assume these sigils were some form of Irish pagan magic. But then how did this one end up in Austria for Father Synod to find? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to quick save. We're just freeing him so he can go back home And then tell the true God what a good job we did. And then come back and free us all. Funny. And by free us all, that means probably kill everyone. Okay. I guess we are killing its physical form and then freeing it, yes. So yeah, I have to do this now. We can go ask him what he's up to next, but... I'm sure if we go back in there, he's gonna be like, what? Get out of my room! So, yeah, I'm not supposed to have a key there. Alright, it's 3:45. They use psychically again instead of physically. Are you serious? That's another thing that's been happening a bunch. He has asked me to aid him in this task as he is no longer psychically able to continue his research or attend the seance. Yes, physically. Physically. That's like the third or fourth time we've seen that. Alright. So he is more or less resolved, except we have to do the thing? I guess, except, no, we're good. Okay. Why did I back out of that? I broke my brain. Yeah, it's... Brutus just had a thought. Go on. Who else do we need to try to save here? These two for sure. It might be a spoiler. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I can see that. So we can probably rule out... Well, I don't know. I don't know. Where's Quinn right now? She's at the talk, isn't she? Amara's in the graveyard. Quinn is just not on the map. I'm kind of wondering if that's a bug? Okay, drawing room and hedge maze. I guess she just really didn't have that many plans? The fact that she's missing is hella sus. Because we've barely gotten to speak to her at all. Is there anything... I did get her schedule. I got it. got it from the chair, and then we, there was another one in her room. Is there anything we need to... God. Let's go see if there's anything we can talk to him about, but I think we've covered everything. Other than the really basic stuff. He's just been in the graveyard like all day. Yeah, he's still just standing there. What you doing, my dude?
You again?
Yes, yes. I wanted to ask him about these in general, but it seems like this is only about the one that we found in Miss Quinn's room. There's not really anything we can ask him about.
I'll be off.
Don't let me.
I asked him about that. Already, didn't I? It's marked like I did. Why is there nothing listed in documents here? But yeah, I've already asked him about Inoki and stuff. Yep, okay.
I'll be off.
Don't let me.
What does it say in evidence? I can... I can't even find it in the records here. have to look it up on his thing. Yeah, there it is. Including a script I cannot decipher. Included in the following cases. But yeah, it just a script I cannot decipher. Soul jars. I need to confront him with all I know and see what he gives me. I can go look and see if there's anything in the library about Enochian magic. What would that be under, though? I went too far. World mythology? Yeah, okay. I remember that door was there. Alright, we've got archaeology, geography, world mythology, sure. Look up vampires. Sure. Undead humans who survive by draining the blood of the living. A common supernatural element in most European cultures. Examples include the Albanian Shriga, Greek... no. Okay. Called a dwarf for its childlike proportions. Despite its anger and bloodthirst, its subjects were drawn to it as if under a spell. They are nigh impossible to kill, being vulnerable only to wood from the yew tree. Yew! Even then, once killed, it needs to be buried upside down and weighed down with a stone of such a size that it would take at least 5 good men to move it. For these reasons, it is said that once the land is plagued by I'm just gonna say vampire. Unless this is Avatar. Still, vampire. They're never truly... they are never to truly be free from it. That it will return to feed on generation after generation. Okay. Is this also the same stuff? Yep. There's Irish mythology and Irish folklore. Spiritualism. Okay, there we go. We can look up Second Sight, Ghost, Mystic Fetters. Let's look up Second Sight, actually. The Second Sight is a skill possessed by some that allows them to know of the future or events far from they should rightly have no knowledge of. Far from them, they... okay. You can also refer to the ability as to see the dead. In Scotland, it is thought to run in families, especially those in Highlands, and while information gleaned through this mystic sense can be useful, it can also be harrowing. Sight alone does not mean understanding, nor can dark visions of the future necessarily be averted, though those with the sight are often compelled to try. Okay. Religion. Copies of the Bible sit here with core texts of other faiths. It's interesting to see this so openly displayed. To some, this would be blasphemous. Haha! I can look up Gnosticism, but I'm not gonna do that. Celtic religious symbols. The Triskelion! I know which one that is. 3 spirals joined together at their outermost points in the center of the design. Thought to represent the physical world, the spiritual world, and the afterlife, or alternatively, birth, life, and death. Okay, tri-pointed endless knot, Holy Trinity, the Dara knot, square knot without end, associated with St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. Symbol of unity and peace. Okay, that's fun. That does nothing about Enochian for me, though. Here's more religion. Nope. Same stuff. Lake history. Is there any of this that I can... Nope, alright. Irish history, world history, flora and fauna, medicine, sciences, psychology. I'm curious, what's even available here? Look up waveforms. Nah. What's in psychology here? I'm curious. Tomes on the mind and its workings. I see titles on asylums, mental disorders, and phrenology alongside books on stoicism, existentialism, and nihilism. Okay. Look up dreams. Look up lucid dreaming. Nah. We already did that. What's in medicine? Collection of medical texts. Someone practices long outdated. Laudanum. Miss Darcy's medical code. No, we already know what that is. Flora and fauna. Various books on plant life, trees, herbs, and wildlife, both living and extinct. We can look up white heather. Look up crows. Yeah, sure, we'll look that up. Heather is found in abundance across Scotland, especially in the drier heathlands. There are several types, though most common and therefore most iconic is common heather, also known as ling. Ling is typically a pink-purple color, but a much rarer variety of ling with white flowers is also to be observed growing in the region. White heather is associated with battles and conflict, but it is thought to bring good luck to anyone who carries it. One common usage of white ling with this superstition in mind is its inclusion in bridal banquets. Not gonna look up crows. So yeah, Miss McLeod has some white heather in her hair. Which I kind of assumed that that's what that meant. I'm not going to look up any of that. Irish history. Well, we can look up all of these things, but we don't need to. I meant to click on, there. Okay. So we looked at spiritualism already. Irish folklore. Is there anything else I can attempt to read here that I should? No. Mythology. Nope. World mythology. We just checked, didn't we? Yeah, vampires. Geography we haven't looked at all. Because I don't care. Alright. Archaeology we haven't looked at either. Canopic jars or the vase. We don't need that anymore. Okay, cool. Mr. Scarrett. Can I bother you about some things? I don't think we have anything to do with the... He's got no family, he's got no legacy. He's super interested in the Seance ghost. investigated his room. We found his journal. We still need to find a bunch of evidence on him, but we've already been in his room. There's not very much. We know McLeod's here to try to find a husband. We really, really need to talk to Coventry. Ugh. And Quinn. We can't talk to Hunter about anything. Oh, Finn has been taken. Barbosa's in the library. How would we... Do we need to go back to the telegraph room? How can we figure out who her father was? Where would we be able to find that information? We haven't been in the telegraph room in a while. Anyway. I don't think there's anything else for us in the luggage room anymore. Look at the typewriter. Use it to type up incoming messages for the guests. Ink and envelopes. Nothing in the trash. It's just empty stationery. Feeling fine. I've sworn this page was blank, but instead there's something here in Irish. If only the language hadn't been taken from us. And he didn't take note of that at all, so I can't look at that later. We fixed the telegram machine. Wouldn't even call that a telegraph, but it's just stationary in here. Books. Didn't I already look at these? Somebody was reading up on old beliefs of the area. Copy of How the Other Half Lives. Seems to be a book of photojournalism from the Americas. Oh god. Defenders of the national education system highlight that in the 60 years since it was established, we have seen an increase in national literacy rates, resulting in an almost 86% literacy rate. However, detractors of the program point out that the rise of these figures is heavy impacted by both the death toll of the famine and resultant mass immigration, both which affected the poorer parts of society more than the richer, more educated ones. Yeah, that's fair. Furthermore, census data indicates a high volume of citizens, especially women, who can read but not write, a distinction not accounted for in the previously mentioned figure of 86%. Taking these elements into account, it is fair to say that literacy rates, especially when accounting for both reading and writing, fall well below the stated figure for the average citizen and decline the further from Dublin one gets. Okay. There's nothing else we can look for in here. I could try to listen through the vent, but there's not going to be anybody in there. Useless books. There shouldn't be anybody in there. Yep, we've already got the stuff out of there. We've already fixed that. We've already looked at that. Yep, okay. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. There's nothing else we can ask her about.
I have.
Sure.
Kind of thinking maybe I should go back to the library and look at that stack of books that Quinn had out. Cause yeah, there's her schedule. I already got it. Okay, she's taking the actual books. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Quinn. Let's see if I can do this now. Or if that is just actually gone. Why is the ladies' bathroom locked now? There must be somebody in there, maybe. Because, yeah, that should be unlocked. Quick save if I get yelled at here. Yeah, why did that say that was locked? Okay, here we go. Ritual items, use. Okay. No. No. There we go. Okay. What is all this? Is she trying to summon somebody? Something? Okay, now we have a hypothesis on Miss Quinn here. Alright, so Miss Quinn's deal is that her whole family is just dying all over the place because they've been cursed. Alright, let's do a big thinky think. Quarantine Quinn's goal is to perform a summoning ritual to remove the curse from the Quinn family. Consider.
Miss Quinn wants to lift the curse on her family. I should find and confront her about this.
Yeah, Brood apparently found this without any evidence, and so it just pointed it to Quinn. Which is another thing that this game, oh yeah, we did touch on that earlier. Okay, so I need to find her wherever she is. So that's good. We'll quick save now that we've done that. Your claim is unsubstantiated, uh-huh. I guess we're just gonna have to, progress time because we can go back and try the safe again in case I just did it wrong. Which is something I yell at people for a bunch when they, do things wrong like once and then go, it's broken! So I will go and double check and make sure. But considering that the safe was in Varley's, Varley's, bedroom, it makes sense that there would be a safe in his office that would go to, and that would not go to the, one in What's-His-Face's, stables. But seeing as that's the only, 3-number code that we can work with right now, that's, okay, we'll go this way. That's what we've got to work with, so we're gonna try it again. Now we do still have that issue of, the supply closet. Okay, so it says left, right, left. I'm going to do this again. Alright, first number is 37. 37, okay. 22. 4, 3, 2. 22. And 34. Okay. We'll try it the other way just to be super sure. And then we'll abandon this for now. Okay, 37. $22. 34. Alright. Not for this safe. That's fine. We need to get Varla. What? Okay. 26, 14, 32. Definitely never saw that any of the other times we came in here with investigator mode. 26. $14. 32. Master key! The groundsman key! This may be very useful indeed. It may even unlock some of the guest rooms. And what else does he have? Strange materials. Twigs and horsehair? They're covered in soot for some reason. The same materials used to craft the charm in Miss Dean's fireplace. But what does it do, and why would Mr. Hunter have placed it there? Yes. Very suspicious, sir. God, I can't believe that was here this whole freaking time. Oh my god. Well, maybe. Yeah, we got some things to talk to you about now. Strange materials. Now we can actually, prove that he made the charm that was in Miss Dean's chimney, except we already found the book that had sticks in it and stuff right next to his bed in the male dorm, so... Do you know much about witchcraft and magic, Mr. Hunter? Well, I wouldn't call it witchcraft, but I have my own way of things. There's a long tradition in Scotland of knowing how to bring a person good fortune or ward off evil. Things you can make to that effect and the like. There's also the locker key we still need to do. We need to figure out how to get into the bathhouse. We might be able to with this key we just picked up. We never asked him about the second sight, did we? This has this icon that looks like we've already asked about it, but it's slightly too far down. Okay, yeah. Miss McLeod claims to have an ability she calls the second sight. Would you know anything about that? Ah, the gift of foresight. It's passed down through families back home. Not every generation gets it, mind. If that girl tells you something's about to happen, Mr. Ward, you best heed her. There could be a lot depending on it. Okay, that didn't help me.
Right, yeah.
It's the shitting, yeah. You wanna get sued? Okay, well I was really expecting that to give us more evidence on him. Hang on, maybe we have to pull it up in the mind map. Investigate Mr. Hunter's bedroom. We've already done that! And I have asked about the relationship with everybody. I don't understand why that's not putting things together. We can ask him about the catacombs. Do we want to do that? That might get us as to, you know, the key.
Mr. Ward.
With Miss Lau, maybe. There are tunnels beneath the house. Catacombs, really, filled with skeletons. No, there can't be. I'd know about something like that. I've been working here for years. I wouldn't have missed... How could I miss that? Oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
Huh? He was more upset about it than I thought he would be. We can go back down to the men's dorms and try to snoop on him a little bit more, but I don't... Like, we just... We just need one more piece of evidence so we can confront him about being, you were the one who made the charm. And then he'll be like, oh yeah, and then tell us why, even though we've already put that together. Servants' hall, wine cellar, manager's quarters. Where the hell was the men's dorm? Is it on the other side? Storeroom. Here it is. I've already looked at those things. I don't have to be as cautious as before. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, we found that scrap paper, nightstand, book. Yeah, there are these big boots here. And then there's this. And this magic book. It's the Horseman's Word. A page on binding charms is held open by some twigs. Yeah. You put them in the chimney. It's fine. And he's got the code for that. I need to look at his waistcoat. Okay. Because it has soot on it. Changes of clothes for Mr. Hunter. Quality brandy. Why would that be evidence? What? No, what? So is the evidence that this bottle of brandy is all over the, it's sherry, okay. Can we ask him about it? Does that link him to all of the things because we kept finding bottles of brandy near stuff? Does this mean I need to go in the storeroom now? And look at the bottle of brandy in there? Come on. It had to load. Does it remember that I have the keys and have unlocked this? No. There's a ring of keys inside. I have to push this out of the way to get in there. Once again, it's not a massive inconvenience. The game is still playable, but that's goofy. There's not much left. It just says gin on it. Alright, it's 4 p.m. now. The bar is open. Okay, that's all that said. We're unlocking this again. Also, why did that bottle of brandy say sherry on that? Isn't sherry a dry wine? I really don't know alcohol, so that's a legit question. That's the difference between a game that's overall very good but has its quirks and Call of Cthulhu. God. Literally unplayable. Sherry is a fortified white wine. Okay. The Jerez region in southern Spain. Made primarily from Palomino grapes and can be dry or sweet. Okay. Sherry is not brandy. The two are closely related, as sherry brandy is a Spanish spirit made by distilling wine and aging it in barrels that previously held sherry. Huh. Sherry itself is a fortified wine, and the spirit used to fortify it is brandy. Okay. Interesting. We've learned a thing. We can enter the drawing room now. I don't know if anybody's in here. We'll find out. Alright, Darcy and Dupre are in here. That's fine. I'm working on it, Darcy. I really am. I haven't looked at this bookshelf. Any number of books here, none that catch my eye. Okay. Doodle Bob scratched on the back of the chalkboard. Yeah. I wanted to see if there was any kind of Easter egg or anything. Alright. So it's a new hour. People have moved. Where is everyone? Hisham's back in the catacombs. Amara's still in the graveyard. Hunter's still in the stables. O'Finn is still missing. I can go into the northwest corridor rooms now, that is true. Fee and Toussaint are gone. Erickson's in the hedge maze, I don't care. Barbosa's in the telegraph room. The cloud's in the walled garden, so yeah, we are free to snoop around in her room. Okay, yeah, Dupre is, supposed to... I don't know. I don't know. Seance's in the library. Scarrett is off the map. Darcy's still in the drawing room. We don't know where Rory is right now. We don't need to talk to her anymore. We don't need to talk to Doyle anymore. Coventry's in the garden. We need to talk to him. And Lau is also in the garden. Okay. Varley is somewhere. Not necessarily the manager's office. So let's see if we can pop in there real quickly. This way. And then we can go up to Lau and McLeod's rooms. We're gonna quick save before we go in here, because if Varley gets pissed at me... Doesn't seem like anyone's inside. Okay. Yep, the safe is back there. Nothing next door. Alright. Okay. Once again. 37. Alright. 22. 34. Contract. And financial records, let's see. A lot of papers, mostly letters, invoices, accounts, and calculations, it seems. It doesn't look good. The manor seems to be on the brink of closure. Seems like the Marquess is betting everything on the seance. He's even pulled all his wife's charitable efforts to focus on the money here. A strange way to honor her legacy. Uh-huh. Okay, we have a hypothesis on Varley now. A copy of Miss Montavani's contract for the seance. For her week's work, she has been paid £3,000, with a further £2,000 to be paid should the seance be a success. A staggering sum even if nothing comes of the event. No wonder she's come here. Yep. Complaint letter. Okay, we've looked at everything else in here. I think. Check out the books. Management, accountancy, and running a hotel. Okay. Nothing suspicious about that. Check the newspapers for the past few days. Okay. Hat box. It's an empty hat box. Okay. Today's newspaper. There's a brief article in the gathering of strange guests in this manor. It has an unwelcoming tone. Okay. Ah, we didn't check the bin. Letter from a supplier requesting payment for goods delivered here for this event. Okay. Can't just climb out the window. Nothing in the jacket pockets. Alright. Okay, let's hypothesize on Varley here. We really don't have very much evidence on him. We only have about half of what we need, but Vincent Varley's goal is to... He plans to keep the hotel open with business management. Let's do protect Manor to... Okay. Let's do stop. No. Let's do conceal. Miss Dean's disappearance to protect the manor from... No. I didn't click on that. Jesus Christ. Okay. Goal is to conceal Miss Dean's disappearance. To protect... I don't know why it was shifting the words like that. I wasn't clicking on that. The manor from closure. Okay, Jesus.
Mr. Varley is covering up Miss Dean's disappearance. I should find and confront him about this.
Okay. Yeah, the hotel does not need any more bad press. Where is Varley? Nowhere. Okay. Okay, well, hopefully we see him soon. We aren't going to see him again. What was the big question mark in the basement map? I don't know what those are. I've gone and tried to look at those, and there's just nothing. So I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Do I try to go down to the basement and see if maybe he's in, he would have shown up, though. We need to find where he is, because I need to talk to him. We're not gonna get another chance. Men's bathroom. It's a bathroom. Alright. Okay, this is Miss Lau's bedroom. No one's in there. Let's go. Stationery. Records. 7,000 words often mispronounced. Crumpled up note that says last time you were home you had picked up some of that Scottish girl's tics. Maybe some practice before all your schooling goes to waste. That's weird. Why can't I open that? Medium-sized boots. Not the ticks! This is just open. It's a shrine. Oh good, he's got ghost eyes. Candles, petals, offerings of food and money. It seems to be a shrine. Photo of her wedding day. And then a death photo of the same man. And I have dates of either event, but she's not old enough for either to be very long in the past. Clearly she still mourns his passing. Yup. These marks supposed to be on this rug? I guess that's a wrinkle. That's a fun-looking lockbox. Let's look at the letter first. A half-written letter in which Mrs. Lau details what she thinks is happening in the manor. Talks a lot about how this place is cursed because they are not honoring their ancestors or themselves. She says they are careless with their actions and intentions. Of course, bad luck follows them. She works hard to cover it, perhaps to be taken more seriously. But Mrs. Lau is a lot more superstitious than she lets on. Yup. Jewelry? Okay, it's just personal items. Vanity box. There's been a bunch of these that we can open and nothing in them. Alright, let's look at this lockbox here. Box that requires a key to open. If it's not on Mrs. Lau's person, it's likely to be somewhere in this room. Is it the same key that I need in the prison for some reason? Because that's weird. It's probably gonna be in this thing. Nope. Okay. Poetry book. Okay. Nothing of note about it. Psychology. A small but densely printed book named On the Nature and Workings of the Human Mind. Chest of drawers. She's got clothes. Okay. Bible. King James edition. There's her journal. Oh! Oh, good! We got this guy over here. 34525, huh? Thank you. I think I know what that's for. Marriage plans. Ivy won't listen. She startles like a stray cat when I try to talk to her about anything remotely sincere. Okay. And all for what? Damn Evelyn Dean. Not an ounce of conscience in her, and now Ivy is set on finding herself a husband. I don't see a way in which things will go well from here if this course is not altered, but Ivy has made it very clear she does not want me to do a thing. So, I know what I have to do. I have to ensure she is confused just enough that she won't see what I am doing and attempt to stop me. Thankfully, I now know how to temper her gift after last summer's terrible trip to India. A similar dose here will soften her ability just a while, and I can see this done. God forgive me. It's not a date, so what is it? I'm curious if this goes to that shape puzzle, because, well, how many entries did that one have, though? Did it have 4 or did it have 5? Because I know it didn't have 6. Perhaps if Ivy does marry, I should take that as a sign to do my duty and return back to my husband's family. Oh, ancestors, sometimes I wish I had not tasted this Western freedom. I'm not sure I could give it up under any circumstances. No luck, damn it all. Wherever Miss Dean has hidden whatever it is she's acquired on us, I just cannot find it. It's not in her room. What wicked lengths she's gone to just to make us miserable. What lengths I'm going to just to undo it. I hate this and I hate her. Is it too much to just be left in peace? That's all I want. At this rate, I see no other recourse than to confront her. I shall arrange a meeting and we will see how proud and austere she is then. And whether she has any heart at all. And if she does not, I don't know what I'll do. But I will have to do something, I know that. Something is scratched out. Scratched out note suggests Mrs. Lau's problem would go away if Evelyn Dean was to die. Looks like it says, in fact, I know full well what would need to happen. Evelyn Dean would have to die. Okay. Except she never did get to have that meeting. Because Evelyn disappeared before that. Lord, this place. I have just returned from the ladies' bathroom. I swear I saw a ghost. Still, I am shocked by this place. I entered to find a woman washing a shawl in the bathtub. Thinking her a guest, I excused myself, but as she rose up, I knew that not to be true. Her body twisted in unnatural ways. She looked at me, though I cannot recall her face. She screamed, oh, such a scream. Many lifetimes of anguish in that scream. Yeah, well, we have confirmation that is indeed a banshee. I fell backwards. When I scrambled away, I noticed she was gone. Nonetheless, I went to a bathroom on another floor with great trepidation. What bathroom on another floor? There's only 2 bathrooms in this place. Pillow! The number of items under her pillow, including a small key. What could this be for? Yoink. She turned into a murder of crows that were stuck in the bathroom. No one opened the 2nd floor ladies' room. They're all just still in there. We can look under the bed. I don't see anything from this side. Alright, fine. I'm just crouch walking. Nothing of interest under here. Okay. Could look at the bed, but... Yes, the Resident Evil crows. Alright, we have a dagger, a ticket, cufflinks. Hey! Well, those could be husbands. We'll find out. Documents, drugs. Let's go dagger first. What could Mrs. Lau want with this? Why does she have it at all? Is it a happy dagger? It's just a letter opener. A luggage ticket for Bay 12. On the back, it's neatly labeled as belonging to one Miss Evelyn Dean. Okay. A man's single cufflink. It has the initials SC on it. Number of documents that appear... Coventry? Hang on. Yeah, those are Coventry's. Number of documents that appear to belong to Miss Dean. I doubt they were given to Mrs. Lau for safekeeping. And let's see what these drugs are. A bottle of quinine powder. Why would Mrs. Lau have this? Well, we did just read her journal where she said that she was drugging, Miss McLeod. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. Understand Miss McLeod's actions. Okay. Notice that the cufflinks were not mentioned as, as a piece of evidence. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't even, Alright. Let's go check Miss McLeod's room. Thank you. No one's inside. Yeah, let's go. Close. There was like nothing hidden in the clothes at all, and I'm upset. Journal in the nightstand. Let's go. That very clearly says Evelyn Dean. Victoria wants to investigate herself, of course, and see that Miss Dean no longer has the means to threaten us. But I've told her she absolutely cannot. If we are discovered doing such a thing, it will just be a scandal upon scandal. Okay, yeah. I will find a husband instead, so even if Miss Dean does make public what she knows, it will hold little weight. Might not even be so terrible. I can hope, at least, can I not? Okay. List of names, the first three of which are marked off. Rory Callahan, Michael Scarrett, and Walter Blake. The fourth name, Omara, is not marked off. Uh-huh. And we know that she was with him in the men's locker room on the previous day. Last few days have been terrifying. I feel so vulnerable not being able to see anything beyond the mundane. I just know Dean is behind it. I decided I'm going to ask Dara for help. I didn't want to worry him, but he'll have something for this surely. Thank goodness he's here. So she asked Mr. Hunter for help. I wonder if he acted on this request. Yes, we know that he did. So I have agreed to meet Mr. Omara on Saturday at 7 p.m. in the gents' changing rooms. An undignified meeting place, but hopefully no one will disturb us there. I'll find some way to excuse myself from dinner. Victoria needn't know. Uh-huh. Book on dream imagery and techniques. There are notes written haphazardly into the margins. A lucid dream state will allow one a degree of control in one's dreams and can be a jolly fun way to add the feeling of freedom into one's life. What? First, find a comfortable place. This will ease the drifting into sleep. A fire is nice, but best allow it to die a little so it does not need minding. To ensure one does not drift too deeply, here are a few techniques to stay both awake and asleep. One item on the list is circled. Musical tracks, especially those designed for the purpose, can keep the brain in the ideal state to dream lucidly. Finally, one must focus on what they wish to see. The mind's eye is good for this, but something tangible to focus one's thoughts on is stronger. Something I could try... Oh, whoop. Perhaps I could try this technique and use the knowledge... Yeah. We already lucid dreamed Dean. Declan. Whatever your name is. She got small shoes. Well, that rules her out. Because she has tiny shoes. It was Miss Lau all along! Maybe. Oh. Well. Lau knew Dean before coming here. Oh yeah, that's right. 34525. Bunch of rings and a letter. A letter claiming to have evidence of a romantic relationship between Miss McLeod and Mrs. Lau. Yep. Crazy. You need this little romantic indiscretion with Mrs. Loud not to come to light, and I could use the loyalty of a seer. Come and talk to me, Ivy. We shall work something out. It's signed ED. Yep. We been new! They're gay, and it's the 1800s, so, oof. Aww. Be a photo of what must be Miss McLeod, and yes, this must be Mr. Hunter. They both look much younger. Must have been taken some time ago. Odd for her to have this. They must be close for her to have kept it so long. Drinking water. And look, there's a pile of quinine powder underneath it. It appears this water's been drugged, and the residue seems similar to that in the bag I found in Mrs. Lau's room. But what cause could she have to drug Miss McLeod? Could this be about the blackmail letter somehow? Ugh. Tarot cards. Despite its obvious frequent use, this deck of cards are in a good state. She must take great care of them. It's a novel from the state of the pages. I say it's only just been started. Perfume. Not important. We just need to get Mr. Toussaint with someone. Oh. Protestant cross. Rest by her bedside. Okay, well, we knew that. Everything needed to pen a letter, which looks like an already written letter, and I fell for it again, thus wasting more time. Okay, well, we already knew they were gay, but we can officially confirm it in the game now. Zara Hunter's goal is to bind. Blank blank to blank blank from blank. Mr. Blank needs a blank to blank his blank. But first, Cloro needs to go to the bathroom. Give me 1 second. Alright. It's the 1800s, it just means they're merry. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not sure what the accepted term was back then. And I'm kind of afraid to look it up in case it's, you know, the one that's a slur. I say accepted as if that was actually, you know, a thing back then. Imagine letting people, you know, live their lives and stuff. I don't know. Protect Miss McLeod to... Oh no, protect Miss McLeod is the second part. Reset. Yeah, bind Ms. Dean to protect Miss McLeod from harm.
Mr. Hunter placed a binding spell on Miss Dean just before she went missing. I should find and confront him about this.
Yeah, that's also the one I was thinking was probably it. Okay. Hey, Miss McLeod, your girlfriend's drugging you, so you can't get married. Or, you know, do any of the other things it is that you do. Have we been in room 2 at all? We have been in room 2. Okay. Right? Yeah, okay. I wanted to double check and make sure that it doesn't give you the hey, this room is unlocked dialogue, on the first time only. Okay, good. Yeah, because we came down here and there was heckin' ghosts. Okay, we have much to discuss with, these 3 in the garden. Also, Hunter in the stables. Let's go talk to... Let's go to Hunter first, because we can just go in there, accuse him, and then, you know, be on our merry way. Just leave him standing there flabbergasted while we run off. No time, I have to accuse some other people. Oh, Rory's out here. I don't know if I need to ask him about anything. He'll be out there in a minute. Hey. I'm gonna talk to you.
Mr. Ward.
Confront! Your goal is to bind Miss Dean to protect Miss McLeod from harm.
That's about it. This whole event is bad news. That Dean woman is worse. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Ivy, you know. A spell to keep her safe is nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
And it's not like it'll do Miss Dean any harm. I've no interest in that. Not once Ivy is fine and well. But there's only so much I can do. If you're looking into everyone's business, look, you make sure Ivy is safe again and I'll break my charm. You have my word. Just make sure whatever effect is being put on Ivy is lifted, and I'll lift mine on Miss Dean.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
If Miss Dean has bound Ivy's vision in some way, then she'll have to have put the components for it somewhere. That's how binding works. Same as with my charm and the chimney. If Miss Dean has bound Ivy's vision in some way, then she'll have to have put the components for it somewhere. That's how bindings work. Same as with my charm and the chimney.
Okay, only 2 loops on that one.
I took this key from her one day, when she was out horse riding. It looks like it belongs to the manor, but I don't recognize it. Might it unlock something in those catacombs you mentioned? You'll have better luck than me, I'd wager.
Okay. Hang on. Rory, while we're here. Yeah, I gotta go check our luggage too. Did not see Petra walk in here. She's digging in her cardboard box by the window, and that's... You good, baby? Okay, she's still working on it. She is catting pretty hard right now. Oh my god, we have so many things to do and there's no time. Right, we were looking at Rory. This is to investigate his room. I can ask him about the well and see if that will lead me to, and also the quinine powder. That'll take 2 minutes. We can do that.
Mr. Ward.
Can you tell me much about quinine powder? Oh, the malaria treatment. Malarian fever, I suppose I should say. Would a person use it for another reason? It can cause all manner of side effects. Temporary blindness, confusion, dulled senses. Unless a person is chasing that kind of thing, I would say not. Okay. You know anything about the well in the hedge maze? I do. It's old, very old. From before this place was built. Probably not the only bit of antiquity around either. It's Fia's belief that the well is the lifeblood of this entire region. I am inclined to agree with her. Okay. You have nothing to say about that then. You can ask him about the seance aftermath. Your aunt thinks the seance could be dangerous. She doesn't think that, Mr. Ward. She knows it. They intend to unravel the order of the universe. Now I'm all for progress myself, but there's no scientific method, no rigorous testing, just some good intentions and a lot of people to be caught in the crossfire if things go wrong. Okay. Let's ask about laudanum to see if we can get any information on Mr. Amara. No small amount. Is there danger in that, doctor? Of course there is, but I worry more about why he's taking it at that volume. Some people get a dependency for the stuff, it's true, but he's using it to mask the pain of his various foolhardy risks. Okay. Thank you. A riding accident here, a beating in an alleyway there. People talk, and it seems this poor young man has something of a death wish. Thank you.
I have to be
well.
Okay. Thrill seeker. No, he's trying to be beaten to death and all these things so he can see the angel again. Okay. Kahalamara's goal is to summon an angel and trap it so that he can blank blank his blank. Penny pinching. Hang on. So he can stop risking his life to see it. There we go.
Mr. O'Mara wants to trap an angel. I should find and confront him about this.
Okay. Who else do we need to have a big think about? Miss McLeod. Alright, we're about to make some big progress here. Let's go. Miss McLeod's goal is to find a husband. Never mind. Fiance. To cover up her relationship with Mrs. Lau. Alright.
Miss McLeod means to cover up a relationship under fear of blackmail. I should find and confront her about this.
I should. Okay, we have a lot to do now. And we have 16 minutes until 5 o'clock. There's another talk at 5. If we want to make it there in time for it, we need to get there by 5:10. Now, the bar is open, so Amaro should be over there. I want to do McLeod, Lau, and Coventry all in one go, because they're all standing there together. The bar is open and Omara's not here? Really? Okay. Oh, right, he's still just standing in the graveyard. Okay, well. I have to pass by... We still need to figure out what this is. Alright, it is not 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless... Alright. So we still have no idea what that is. This way. Oh my god, we have so much to do and there's no time. I am panicking so hard right now. But Petra has settled into her box, so it's fine. The sun is shining right on it and she's just curled up. She's having a good time. Yeah, we can eavesdrop.
So, if I might ask, do you ladies find yourselves at events like this often?
Quite often. I've attended more than my fair share. Mostly in London, but not always.
But an entire week, with the ultimate goal of some grand ritual. Ah, nothing like this has ever been done before.
It seems more the venture.
God damn my accidental right click. God, I was doing so well. It seems more the venture of one of the secret societies than that of a seer. That's true, I think that is why we found it so enticing. Then you're not of a society yourselves? No, I have a gift, and I enjoy the company of those who would believe it. And Victoria, in her infinite patience, is here at my behest. It's not patience. After all, this has been a more interesting week than I would be having otherwise. Okay, that's that. If you'll excuse me, I need to make an accusation here and then run off.
Mr. Ward. How are you?
Confrontational, why do you ask? Your goal is to find a fiancé to cover up your relationship with Mrs. Lau.
Shush! Not so loudly. Oh, but look at me. I don't want things to be like this. I feel awful doing this to Victoria. As long as Miss Dean has her evidence, we are not safe. We'll be ruined if she decides to share it. So, all I can do is try and mitigate the damage. Even if that means... I don't want to talk about it. Please, Mr. Ward. You can't tell anyone. You can't. Please. We will be doomed.
Okay, but your girlfriend's drugging you.
Don't worry, miss. I won't tell a soul. I hope Mrs. Lau is handling the situation well.
Well, she's more calm than I. What will I do without her? I do hope Miss Dean doesn't succeed in driving us apart. Oof. The only way I can see that happening is if we somehow get those awful materials and burn them. There is no other way to be free from that horrible woman's grasp.
Find and return the blackmail material. Did I already get it?
Hello, Mr.
There. Quite close to Mrs. Lau. Oh, Victoria's a darling. She's my chaperone, but she's my friend before that. A very dear friend indeed, I'd wager. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. What? I was giving it back to you. What?
I'll let
What?
you be, miss.
Take care.
Okay, we wasted a minute on that. I was giving it back to you. That's just the letter, not the proof. Okay, well, hang on. Let's make an accusation here. Hang on. Okay. Catacomb key. Victoria Lau's goal is to hide her relationship with Miss McLeod by drugging her so she can rob Miss Dean. This doesn't seem right. What? You robbed the... Okay. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's clear that out. Reset. It's save her relationship with Miss McLeod by drugging her so she can rob Miss Dean. There we go.
Mrs. Lau intends to get blackmail material from Miss Dean at any cost. I should find and confront her about this.
Alright.
Hello? What brings you back?
Mr. Fuji. Standing there with his very human features. Your goal is to save your relationship with Miss McLeod by drugging her so you can rob Miss Dean.
Oh, would you... Please, would you keep your voice down? I am not proud of this. I do not... Oh, God, I don't want to be doing this.
Coventry's just like, huh?
This whole thing is repulsive. I tried to find the material Evelyn somehow has. Do you understand? But I couldn't find it.
I cannot be contained, ladies.
There didn't seem much option to me then. I don't want to think what I might have to do.
Declan Ward ruins all women's lives. It's true.
But the more I consider my options, I realize that if Ivy knows what I'm doing, she can't. I can't inflict her with it. I can't. I have no doubt I'm sinning against her, Mr. Ward. I have no illusions of that. My hope is that it is the lesser of the evils I must subject her to. So you're right, of course. I have seen you asking questions. Your business is other people's business, I gather.
Sure is.
In cases like this, sometimes I wish it wasn't.
You think I don't hear myself? How horrendous this all is? I do not want to be here, Mr. Ward. Considering these things.
Hey, don't feel so bad. It's not like you were going to steal and then consume somebody's heart. Guess who wanted to do that? The answer may surprise you.
I am doing what I think is best for Ivy. As for Miss Dean, you know I've not yet met with her, don't you? I meant to, but she never showed. Despite what I think I might have to do, I haven't hurt her. And I won't have to consider her anymore at all if perhaps you could make good use of this. Could you retrieve what Miss Dean has on us? I believe she stashed it where she's made a mark on this map, but I cannot tell where this is. It does not match anywhere I found on the grounds. Perhaps you, with your keen eye and wandering spirit, might know where it leads. Then it can all be over. A little mercy on us, sir, please. I do not deserve it, but Ivy does. And for all her sins, I do not want to hurt Miss Dean.
God, that would be hilarious. Everyone gather around, we're gonna play a game of guess who was gonna do what.
Do it for their sake, if not mine. I only want to be left in peace. That all this might be between myself and Ivy, and no one else.
Fun fact, at least 4 of you had poison in your rooms. There was a surprisingly high amount of murder that was going to occur. This place was going to be a literal bloodbath.
That would mean the world.
Okay, map of catacombs. Thank you, Miss Lau. Oh my god. Ah, jeez. I'm gonna quick save. Coventry's right here. I can run over there and yell about Omara. I'm worried I'm not gonna have enough time to talk to him. And he's gonna disappear on me again. So, we're gonna quick save here, and if he doesn't give us anything helpful, we'll reload and then just go straight over to Mr. Omara. Only one of you has actually killed someone, but bet you can't guess who. Your wife, would you have a picture I could see? Those are in my room. I'll remember to take one when I'm next there to show you later on. Okay, you lied. It's a fine location, is it not? I only wish I knew how to capture it. Do you paint, sir? In fact, I do. It helps keep my hands steady, which is useful for work. Have you painted much while here? Not as much as I'd hoped. There's so much happening that I'm not left with the energy. What have you painted? A landscape? I couldn't say, sir. It is work that was done in confidence. Oh, a commission? Something of the sort, but I couldn't say more. It wouldn't be gentlemanly. Okay, how about the will when you're leaving everything to Walter Blake? The young master, Walter Blake. Do you know much of the lad? Not a whole lot. He was in a carriage accident some years back, the one his mother died in. I gather it left the boy scarred both mentally and physically. It does not say psychically, so they got it this time. He doesn't come out when the hotel has guests. I relate to him in a way. I lost my mother when I was young too, so at least he is not entirely alone. One couldn't be too lonely, I suppose, in a large house surrounded by staff. Talk to Master Blake. Okay, well. Sleeping pills. I have pills to help with that sort of thing. I'd wager I'd fall asleep on a battlefield once I've taken them. Nothing, not even dreams, get through. Or at least, I certainly don't recall anything in the mornings. Okay.
Good day, sir.
And to you.
So all we got from that was to talk to Master Blake. I'm gonna... Let's see how far we can get. We need to go to the catacombs. We need to talk to Omara. We know Omara's over here, so I'm just gonna get him real quick and then leave. I love how we're gonna convince everybody to not show up to the seance, and Montavani's gonna be there and be like, guys, what the hell?
You again?
Yes, me. Confront! Your goal is to summon an angel and trap it so you can stop risking your life to see it! Period, exclamation point.
Am I so easily read? Oh dear. I'm not much for secrets, but I'd rather have some mystique. Apparently that's not at all the case, as you've got me pinned. Ah, well. It's true, after all. There's an angel somewhere about me. I know it. But I can only ever see it when I am, well, close to death. If only I could speak with it. Find out what it is at once. But I never get more than a few moments. A few words. But I can't continue on like this. I'm not entirely heartless. If something more permanent were to happen to me, my poor mother. So, whatever it is behind that veil of life, yes, I intend to seize the thing. To take a hold of it and get my answer. For better or worse. That's the idea, anyhow. But I cannot get to the thing, and I'm going absolutely spare trying to make it work. Maybe... would you help me with it? While the veil is low, I mean, and with more eyes on it, this might be my best chance. Come to my room and see if you can help. After all, your senses were sharp enough to figure me out.
I've got more accusations to throw around. Don't take me to your room. Angel's just like, dude, what the hell? Man, I'm so sick of this guy.
This is a Babel stone. It's used to translate Enochian, the language of angels. Do you think you can figure out how it works? It's a matter of translation, I think, for a name. The notes are here in my trunk.
He's gonna shove me in the trunk and I'm just gonna die in there. Look, it's big enough. He's gonna come up behind me and shove me in. Alright, match the symbols. S, U. Oh, that one has a dot. That's my bad. I. B. N. And E. Must be the name of the angel. I did it! Who's been screwing with this thing?
Any joy, Mr. Ward? The notes for the Babel stone are just here in my trunk.
The most joy.
I think your angel's name is Swivna.
Swevna? All right, I'll try it. You'll stay, right? You couldn't possibly leave at this stage.
Fine. As long as this takes less than 9 minutes.
Okay, so we've drawn the trap. Now, I just say the thing's name.
I could not look any more vampiric than I am right now. Look at me. I take that back. If my teeth were exposed, that's one.
Swevna, come to me, O angel of mine. Ah!
He doesn't like the light. We are a vampire.
It worked.
Be not afraid.
You have been what stands on the brink of life and death, shining down on me.
It's just that Pokemon whose name escapes me right now. Oh, I'm just thinking of Bibarel, but that's the evolution. My joke is ruined.
You are the thing that I've seen. The light. You have been what I couldn't reach.
Munchlax.
But now, I can see you. I can see you. I am sorry. I was going to trap you and keep you to myself. To bask daily in your glory.
Bidoof, that's his name.
For selfish joy.
There it is, yeah.
But I see now. I will clean up my act. I will preserve myself and spread your word. You have my heart and soul. I am your agent and await only your direction, my angel, my friend. It is gone.
Hi, Kahal. Find your soulmate. We didn't get to see it.
I really thank you, Mr. Ward, from the bottom of my heart.
Lose my number.
I knew I could only carry on as I was for a short while longer, but I could not stop myself. I needed to see, to know, and you have helped me truly open my eyes. It's hard to explain such a revelation in oneself. I'm a different man to the one I was even 30 minutes ago, that much I know. But who I am now, that's yet unknown to me.
Even 30 seconds ago. I thank you so much. I have to keep looking over there. I know, right? I feel like he needs to not be shifty-eyed anymore. But...
I don't know whatever journey I've just started, but for the first time in a while, I'm thrilled by the very prospect of it.
Alright.
I believe Swevna, wants me to attend the seance still. Swevna wants to witness it. Maybe through me? I don't know.
Swevna also wants to get some popcorn.
However this works, I get the impression that something will happen there. I feel as if I will be safe. So I guess this is a warning for you and the others? But now, I need to sit down. Would you kindly see yourself out, Mr. Ward? And again, thank you.
Alright, he will be protected by his angel during the seance. Neat. We're doing it, y'all! We're We're saving all the people. Okay. The lad has a decent heart underneath it all, but still I worry for his future. That angel is unlike anything I could have imagined. It was beautiful, divine even, but heavenly, I can't say for certain. What manner of angel lures someone to their own death? I pray its intentions are pure. Perhaps I should try to learn more on this angel of his, Sweepna. Okay, eliminating suspects. Alright. So our pool has dwindled a little bit since we started today. Once again, we can probably take Montavani off, but I don't want to rule her out just yet. Lorcan is still a pretty big suspect. Coventry, pretty big suspect. Blake we still have yet to even talk to. Or witness. We know he's just chilling up in the room watching all of this, so... There's a character in Braveheart who claims God speaks to him. During one scene, they're under a rain of arrows, and he says, "The Lord says he can get me out of this, but he's pretty sure you're effed." Lovely. Okay. Things we need to do before time is up here. We need to go down to the catacombs and use the key. So let's go do that. What do we need to do with McLeod? We need to find the evidence, and that's gonna be down in there with the catacombs. Okay. We will quick save. We'll do that, and then we'll wrap it up for today. 'Cause, God. We have gotten a lot done. And I was thinking we were gonna wrap the game up today, but, apparently not. We haven't even, you know, spent 2 hours in in-game time. Which is kind of wild. I can look up Sweebna if I really want to, but honestly, I don't care. Like, job's done. He can figure that out on his own. That is no longer my concern. Okay, we need to go... I know! So close to the ballroom. That's why I'm going back. Yeah. We have made heckin' progress. I will say that. I suppose I should use the actual catacombs map, but I'm pretty sure I know which door it is, so... Now that I've gone a completely different way than I normally do. Okay. That was the Easter egg. No, it wasn't. The Easter egg was up some stairs, wasn't it? I don't remember. where what's her face was. You know what? Let's look at the map. There. Okay. That's very helpful. Okay. Okay, this is the way out. Alright, this is where we came in. Come on, I found it accidentally so many times. Now I can't find it when I actually need it. Ah, here we go. That one's locked. Yeah, that one has the thing on it. Okay, so that's not the, ah, God. I can't tell where I am. It looks like I'm just here. So if I keep... Yeah, so if I keep going this way... And then here... There it is. Alright. According to Mrs. Lau's map, Miss Dean's materials should be hidden here at the far edge of the cell. There's nothing visible to the naked eye, at least, but maybe if I feel my way around the wall... Okay, I can already see where it is. I could just use detective vision. But you can see that's a different color than the rest of the things, so it's fine. A loose brick, and there's something inside. This must be what Mrs. Lau's after. What a place to hide it. Please don't make me walk back through the catacombs. It's fine, I know I can get out quickly. Back to the ballroom. Alright. Let's go give that stuff to Mrs. Lau. And then... Tell her to stop drugging her girlfriend. Because that's rude. Hey, I have the stuff.
Hello?
Blackmail envelope. I shan't be opening it.
I've managed to gain access to the room in the catacombs, as you requested. I found this stashed away there.
Oh, my goodness! You actually did it? I'm very grateful, Mr. Ward. We must tell Ivy right away. Mr. Hunter too. He's been very concerned about Ivy. I suppose I'll have to come clean to her too. I hope she understands why I did what I did.
She's like, wait, what?
For all that trouble. I suppose she really did not imagine we'd ever just get our hands on everything to be able to just burn it away. But that's all of it, isn't it? There's nothing else.
That's everything.
Oh, I could cry.
No need for that now, lass. You're alright. Oh, but you do like to make me worry, don't you?
I'm just making sure you haven't lost your touch. Oh, but Dara, I'm sorry.
Sorry? You haven't a thing to be sorry about. But let's keep you two out of any more trouble, eh? Well, while that sight of yours is coming back, love, both of you keep these with you. They'll keep you safe during that seance. I have a bad feeling about that one.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. You're very good to us.
And there's not much I wouldn't do for Ivy, Mrs. Loud. And now she's a grown woman. I trust her to know what's best for her. So you'd best not prove her wrong in that. You understand?
Right, can I get one of those? I know how to make these! Those are God's eyes!
Dara!
Hee hee!
Of course, Mr. Hunter. And Mr. Ward, too. You really do both have my thanks. One day, I hope to repay you.
Oh, certainly. If there's anything you ever need.
We're just over here in the shadows. Why are you a vampire? Hey, at least I'm not wearing Varley's glasses during this.
But, Ivy, I do have to talk to you. I need to apologize. You should know everything.
Varley, I can't. Both of
I
us.
better get back to my duties. I'll leave you be.
Jesus.
Yes, I think myself and Victoria have a lot to discuss now. Thank you both for your help.
Are there supposed to be people here again? Did we bug out the cutscene again? Alright. I feel like secretly drugging your partner is a big deal, right? Alright, Miss McLeod's going to the seance, but under the protection of Mr. Hunter's ward. But not of Mr. Ward's Hunter. Do not get those confused. Having dispensed of the blackmail material gathered by Miss Dean, she is now free to live in peace with Mrs. Lau. Hooray! Mrs. Lau will attend the seance, but she will be protected by Mr. Hunter's ward. Same joke. Alright. Yo! We got the hat trick! Let's go! Oh, he's also made himself the charm. Alright. He's done all he can to protect Miss McLeod from the whims of Miss Dean. Yo! Let's go! The third light is gone now, too. What thresholds do the lights measure? What if I gather enough facts to eliminate any suspects? Well, we've already ruled them out, so no. But... Alright. People we still need to save. All of these who do not have the checkmark on them. Oh, yes. We can go check the luggage room real quick. Let me quick save. I completely forgot about that. Just like I forgot that there is no exit in that hallway. seem to remember where the stairs are. Did you see that? That was sick, right? We got all these people, look! Look, it's getting darker. Alright. He does not seem impressed. Yeah. I'm ruining your seance. Yeah, yeah. What's that? You want to see your dead wife? Not today. So what? It was supposed to be base 16? Or whatever is what it said. That's 12. $19, $20. Okay, hang on. Let me actually look at it again. It was 12. Okay. The only one that says we can look at it, and it has a key on it. Miss Dean's bag. Though for one so well-to-do, it's odd there aren't more. It's empty, likely she had unloaded everything in her room before this came down here. I found what she was trying to hide, the invite in the vent. There's nothing else for me here. Okay. Was really hoping there was something of hers in there for Mr. Darcy, but yeah, we figured that out. Alright, so tomorrow, what do we want to hit up first? We need to talk to Quinn and confront her. We still need to find more ingredients for the well. We still need to find something about Barbossa's father. Blake has more things. Dwindling resources, yep. I don't know what to do with Scarlet. Yeah. Yeah, and whatever Coventry's up to. We need to find Varley. We really need to find Varley, and I have no idea where he would be. Because if we can find these two, we can save them. Oh, God. Yeah, we will figure this out tomorrow. For now, I need to go eat. I'm getting quite hungry. Alright, big save there. We're just going to a meeting. Bye! Alright, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. We will solve some more mysteries tomorrow. Everybody take care. And, yeah. See you then. Bye!